I now invite Mr. M.V. Satish Garu, Director and Advisor to Managing Director, L&T, to address the gathering.
Very good afternoon, Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Dara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology, Mr. Jitendra Prasad, distinguished ministers, both state and centre, esteemed leaders from the Government of India, respected members of the academia, industry partners, and the scientific community, and above all, the students. It's an honor for me to be here today on behalf of the Larsen & Toubro Group for the historic groundbreaking ceremony of the Amaravati Quantum Valley. Today marks a defining milestone in India's technology journey. The work that begins here is not just the construction of a building that we are doing, it's the construction of India's quantum force. Across the world, nations are racing to build quantum capacity, and India has chosen not merely to participate, but to lead. Amaravati is emerging as the epicenter of that ambition. With the vision of the government of Andhra Pradesh and the strong support of the national scientific institutions, we are laying the foundation for what will become one of the world's most important quantum innovation clusters. This site will enable frontier research, breakthrough applications, and high-value talent development, creating an ecosystem that places India firmly on the global quantum map. I'm very happy to note that Andhra government has made this not just a quantum movement, a movement of the youth. I think there are so many students. I think this is a movement that they are doing. And hats off to the Chief Minister who is personally leading this. To speak about L&T, for 8 decades, L&T has the privilege of executing projects that shape India's future, from nuclear facilities and defense platforms to smart cities, the IT hubs, the transportation networks, and semiconductor infrastructure. Just to capture a brief history, in 1990, during actually Chandrababu Naidu Garu's first avatar, the Hyderabad, so we had a joint venture with the government of Andhra Pradesh, and we built the high-tech city. That time actually that land, there was nothing. So our Mr. A. Ramakrishna actually along with the CM, so we designed and developed that IT, and you know where it is today. And now, in the same spirit of nation building that we are proud of, to construct the first dedicated quantum infrastructure facility here at AQV. In quantum computing systems, advanced research labs and everything. We deeply appreciate the government initiative to operationalize the interim plug. Actually, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu said during our meeting with the Prime Minister that it will start on the January 2026. And he is keeping it promise. The building, the work has started, but so he has started the whole facility in a new building. I think that is something that, many people don't keep promises, but Mr. Chandrababu Naidu Garu has kept his promise and started it in January. And in that facility, L&T and LTI Mantri will support the momentum by initiating a small seed team immediately and scaling towards a larger team, our Quantum Applied Research Group, as the Quantum Valley infrastructure becomes operational. This early presence will help activate collaborations in financial services, energy sector, healthcare, infrastructure, optimization, advanced computing. AQ is a rare opportunity. Like Mr. Bhaskar said, we missed the IT. We actually did the IT, but we missed the big thing in the IT. But I think AQV is a rare opportunity where government vision, academic strength, global partnership, and industry capability come together. As anchor partners, we will work closely with academia, startups, and the global technology leaders to create industry-grade quantum applications that address some of the most complex challenges in engineering, sustainability, and scientific. What we begin today is more than a construction project. It's a generational investment in India's scientific leadership. With Amaravati Quantum Valley, we are building the foundation for an innovation powerhouse that will inspire today's researchers, attract tomorrow's talent, and bring global quantum breakthrough to India. I think surely the Amaravati will become a quantum center and will be driven by entrepreneurs. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu says that every family, earlier he said every family should have one IT. He's now saying everybody should have one entrepreneur. I'm sure all the Andhra entrepreneurs will drive this Quantum Valley, and best of luck to the whole state and to the CM and his team. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Satish. On that note, may I call upon Professor Satyanarayana Garu, Director, IIT Tirupati, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, the other ministers from the state and the center, and the other dignitaries on the stage, off the stage, various startups, people from the quantum ecosystem, students, a very good afternoon. It's really exciting to be part of this journey that the state has embarked on, and is going at breakneck speed. You know, the whole concept, the first meeting we had sometime in March, when everyone came together. Of course, the background work was done earlier, and then we had a workshop in June on how to take this forward, and that's when a lot of things got conceptualized, and the speed at which things are moving, it amazes me. I was in a meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister a couple of weeks back. When someone referred to ease of doing business, he said it's not ease of doing business, it's speed of doing business. And that's very much reflected in the way this project is taking off. Today we are doing the foundation stone program for the starting off of the buildings to be created in this 50 acres Quantum Valley. And of course, there's going to be a separate setup for the hardware park later on. And it is envisaged, as you've seen from the pictures that are being flashed, that in addition to the central building that is immediately being constructed by L&T, the contractor, which will house the first major quantum computer in South Asia, which the Honorable Chief Minister gave us a target that we should complete it within 6 months. Of course, I convinced him that we can do it in 9 months. I'm a professor of construction engineering and project management, so when someone gives a target, you work it out. And we studied how these projects are implemented across the world, whether it was in Spain, in Chicago, in Japan. They took 2 years to do the same project. Now we have a tough target here to complete this project within the next 9 months. And have the whole system in place, including installation of the computer. You know, the big challenge is we need to do base isolations because we can't have vibrations where the computers are installed. We're going to be building 8 towers, so there's going to be a lot of piling work going on, which means there's going to be a lot of vibrations. How do we isolate this? So designing this, installation, fabrication, all this is challenges. And hats off to L&T, the moment we give it the work order. I'm talking about speed of doing business. You know, we had this meeting to select the contractor here in online, and at evening, within the next 5 hours, I had an engineer from the CRDA in my office in Tirupati to sign off, because I'm the chairman of the committee, to sign it off. That's the speed at which things are happening, and I'm really excited to be part of this. So the plan is to build another 8 towers, immediately 2 towers, but eventually 8 towers, which will be about 90 lakh square feet. And the hope is that we have about 90,000 to 100,000 people working here in this ecosystem, which will probably be one of the biggest ecosystems in the world. And to start off the activities straight away, you know, we don't have to wait till these things come up. Today morning, we had gone to the Meda Towers nearby, where 183 seats have already been assigned for the startups to start working. And today morning we went around, seeing some of the startups which are starting to occupy the seats and start work. So that's the pace at which things are going on. And when we do these things, we have to create a complete ecosystem. One is the physical infrastructure that I've been talking about. And the other thing is the manpower development, the workforce. So a lot of programs that are happening that were already talked about, the WISER program where more than 50,000 students are being sensitized about quantum. And then the NPTEL program, which I guess my colleague, Professor Kamakoti will talk about, where, more than 100,000 students have signed up on. And then we are launching a lot of faculty development programs. First of all, we have to get our faculty up to date. And the minors in quantum technologies, some institutes are also starting programs in this thing. And the hackathons and so on. So the whole ecosystem is abuzz with these initiatives. A lot of people ask me, when is this quantum really going to take off? And people generally say it's another 3 to 4 years away when things will really take off. But the Honorable Chief Minister's idea is that we should be first movers and get ready when it takes off with the manpower, with the hardware, everything. So we're very excited about this, and as the various quantum labs that are coming up and so on, and then the overall ecosystem that's being created in the state in terms of Ratan Tata Innovation Hub, where we have the hub and spoke model for creating a very strong startup ecosystem. And then recently the Chief Minister announced the launch of AP First. AP First stands for Futuristic Innovation and Research in Science and Technology, which will drive the deep tech research. One is the startup ecosystem, deep tech research, which will be again taking advantage of the presence of IIT Tirupati and IISER Tirupati. We are the only city in the country that has both an IIT and IISER. Using that ecosystem, we want to create a very strong innovation ecosystem across the state, anchored out of some of these locations. So thank you very much for this opportunity, sir. We are very excited about it. Thank you very much. Yeah.